ranking every single Planet of the Apes movie from worst to best now that I've seen Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. After going through and rewatching all of these movies, I've come to appreciate that I really love this franchise. But you already know we gotta get to the bottom of which one is on top. And don't ever forget, it's my list. I can't miss. Let's just get this one out of the way. This is the only one that I do not like. Ass. We got Mark Wahlberg. Tim Burton directed it. I will say, I do really love the practical effects. I think Tim Roth is a really good villain, but this shit just does not make sense. The tone is all over the place. And that ending, what the fuck was that ending, brother? Ape Lincoln? Next up, we got, bro, Virgil's cut is so ass. I appreciate the brutality of this movie, and I hear there's a cut that's like even more brutal. But I gotta be honest, a lot of it just does not work for me. Next up, I got Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I'll be the first to say it. I like the mutants. I don't care. First half is essentially a rehash of the first movie. And the second half, when we kick it into overdrive, is really why I enjoyed it. And that ending, take some balls to go there. Oh yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. A lot more serious, darker, and emotional tone. I mean, that's when you get when you're doing like the clear, obvious nods to the civil rights movement. Very, very interesting social commentary. And I mean, this one, really, I love it. But I also really love Rise of the Planet of the Apes. This one holds a special place in my heart. Does it have a bunch of cliches? Yes. First act is really slow, but I just really love Caesar. Just getting to see the creation of the virus that makes the apes smart and makes the humans, and oh yeah, no, iconic. Plus, it takes place in the Bay Area. From there, I gotta go with Escape from the Planet of the Apes. On rewatch, I really love this movie. It's like a comfort movie for you now. This one basically Missy Elliott's it, flips the thing down, flips it and reverse it on the apes, as now they're the ones fish out of water. And I just think there's just so many great comedic moments in this, and it's just so damn comforting, and I love it. Zira. From there, we got our newcomer to the list in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's basically a fantasy movie at this point. The expansion of the lore and the mythos of Caesar himself and how he's injected into this movie is incredible. Visual masterpiece. Like, I could just feel my pupils shooting from corner to corner of the screen. Proximus Caesar's aura. Noah's a great character. Rock is a great character. I like May. And oh yeah, what a wonderful day! In third place, I got War for the Planet of the Apes. And let's just take a moment to appreciate the aura oozing out of this poster. That's my glorious King Caesar right there. I gotta be honest, this movie is very, very bleak and dark. Michael Giacchino's score for this one just hits at the heartstrings every single time. I find myself tearing up most of the time I watch it. Just the perfect way to wrap up Caesar's character arc. He's the apes messiah. He's Jesus. He's the one who freed the apes. That scene with Luca and Nova. And I love Bad Ape. That's the drip god for real. In second place, and as much as it pains me to say, I got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. What makes this movie perfect is the dichotomy between Caesar and Koba and their humanized upbringings. One raised by love and affection in Caesar, and one raised by nothing but hate and abuse in Koba. And you already knew as soon as the humans were reintroduced, they were heading for a collision course. I love the ethical and moral dilemmas between both species. Can they coexist? Coexistence is about building bridges and solidifying trust. Unfortunately, there will always be those for selfish reasons that tarnish that. But are we all bad apes and humans because of a few rotten apples? Caesar. Weak. Koba weaker. Let's go, motherfucking boy! But I'm sorry to tell you, your list is not valid if you don't have the OG #1. Shout out to Charlton Heston for just existing. That man really went apeshit in this movie. I mean, this is just a staple. This is a classic in cinema. One of the most iconic endings and twists in film history. I'm telling you, that shit is up there. And I mean, the score, the music, it's just so like, I just feel at home when I'm watching Planet of the Apes. I don't think it'll ever be touched, but Dawn comes close for me. But that's why it's #1! And that is just how I would rank them. Let me know how you would rank them down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.